Time to get to the Miller Lite Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline and take a look back at the Week 16, the week that was in the pro football season, as we're just about winding down in terms of the regular season games. And back with us for a recap, the general manager, Ray Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison, Doug Wells with us this morning. Doug, good morning. It's Bert Baer, and thanks for altering your schedule a little bit today. Really appreciate it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope everybody had a great holiday.
Absolutely. Hope you guys did too. And did I see a video on Facebook? It appeared to be Doug Wells in a venue that looked very much like the Pines Manor in Edison. Was this the Ray Catena annual little holiday get-together that you were doing some singing at, Doug? Were my eyes deceiving me?
It was, and I got dared to go up and do the karaoke.
People should know better than to dare Doug Wells to do anything, right?
No, I'll do it.
Did you get to pick the song, or was it chosen for you?
I picked the song.
Yeah, what'd you go with?
I did a little Frank Sinatra, Summer Wind.
Not bad if you're driving around in a Mercedes-Benz in the summertime with the windows open and the top down, right?
Not bad.
That's the kind of.
I don't sing like old Blue Eyes.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, very few people do. Right, exactly. What's the car this week, Doug? What's the Christmas week ride for Doug Wells?
The Christmas week ride, because I need the space, is I'm driving the 2019 GLS 450.
Nice. Got to move the gifts around and stuff this week, right?
Got to move the gifts around.
Cool. Are these in stock at the dealership, too, if somebody wants to go check one out?
They're in stock, and our busiest week of the year, believe it or not, is between now and the day up to New Year's.
This is it, right? This is when it kind of happens, where you're real busy. And I saw another picture you put up on Facebook, a little Christmas hat, a little Santa hat with a hood ornament, a Mercedes-Benz hood ornament. That was very cool. Did you stage that at the dealership there?
I did. Not bad, right?
Awesome. That was well done. That was a nice picture. Yeah. I'm going to share that on Facebook. You can take a look at that. Week 16.
Oh, wait, did you see the videos of the tiny car?
I did. I love that, too. I'm going to be sharing those as well, just so people kind of know what they're playing for here. Thank you for sending those along also. But Week 16 is behind us here. We'll get to the recap in a moment. Great week for you, Doug Wells. 12 out of 16. Not bad. I was 11 out of 16. I'm behind by 13 games. I mean, I'm mathematically alive. The only way I could have a chance at winning is if you pick the underdogs all next week, which I don't think you're going to do. But our winner for this past week was Bill from Somerset with a spectacular 14 out of 16 correct. So congratulations to him. He wins some Rutgers men's basketball tickets. But looking back at the week of the games here that just wrapped up, Washington at Tennessee. I had Tennessee in that game, Doug. I think you did also. Tennessee defeating Washington. Baltimore at the Chargers on Saturday night. But Baltimore they're kind of in control of things now. If Baltimore wins on Sunday, they're in the playoffs no matter what, and that was a big win for them to go to Los Angeles. Yeah. How about that Green Bay Jets game? Could the Jets find any more unique ways to lose football games, Doug? They are now tied for the worst record in the AFC.
First of all, they played them a lot better than I expected.
They did.
And they had the opportunity to win it. When you're playing against Green Bay, they can always come back.
Yep. Packers got a win, and they keep their streak alive of at least one road win every year since 1959. That's remarkable, but could be it for Todd Bowles on Sunday. We'll talk more about that tomorrow when we do our preview. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Of course, I take the Cat team, and they lose. The Cleveland Browns, Doug, a year after going 0-16. If they win on Sunday, they end the year with a winning record. That is a remarkable turnaround.
Oh, without a doubt. They started to gel. They started to, it seems like when they got rid of the coach. Yeah.
Things took off.
Things took off.
You get a quarterback that can hang in there. That Baker Mayfield didn't even start the season, and they're going perhaps to finish 8-7-1 if they win in Baltimore on Sunday. But we'll talk about that tomorrow too. Dallas wrapping up the division with a win over Tampa Bay on Sunday, so they're headed to the postseason. I had the Lions, who lost, of course. The Cat teams are not having a very good year. Minnesota goes to Detroit and wins, and now Minnesota in control of their own destiny. If they win on Sunday, they're in, and the Eagles would be out. So let's see what happens there. New England, another division title. Doug, it's 10 straight division titles for the New England Patriots. I can't believe it.
Right, and they didn't even play that well this year.
Right. So they play the Jets the last week of the season. they are still playing to secure that number 2 seed. I'm thinking they would sit Tom Brady if they had nothing to play for, but it'll be Tom Brady front and center in Week 17 against the Jets, and I got a feeling how that's going to go over, but we'll get those in tomorrow. Carolina, another Cat team, loses at home to Atlanta. Giants and the Colts. I thought the Giants were going to find a way to pull this one out, Doug. Did you think the Giants, I think at one point they had a 2-score lead. They were up by 14 at one point.
Yeah, they started off in the first half like they were on fire in that, especially that first quarter.
They did.
And the Colts weren't. I told you the Colts weren't going to give up so easy.
No, you're right. And they on Sunday night are playing the last game of the regular season, where if they win, they're in the playoffs, that last game when they play Tennessee, and we'll give you our pick in that game tomorrow. Eagles salvaging their season with a last-minute win over the Houston Texans, who were playing to secure a first-round bye. Now they have to show up on Sunday and play. Eagles now, I don't know. I think the Eagles are going to win on Sunday, but I think so are the Vikings, and the Eagles are going to be out. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. Jacksonville at Miami. Jaguars go to Miami and beat the Dolphins. Dolphins are 7-8, and they're going to wrap up their season next week. Chicago at San Francisco. The Bears are with a win. Are people afraid to play the Bears in the playoffs, Doug, when they get there?
Yeah, I think the Bears are going to be because they got one hell of a defense.
Yeah,
they're going to be one of the tougher teams to go against.
Well, yeah, I don't think anybody wants to play them, and we'll see how the seedings kind of finish up there. Rams go to Arizona, no problem there for Los Angeles getting the win. Maybe the best game of the weekend, aside from that Jet-Packer game, which was fun to watch. New Orleans Saints win. They beat the Steelers. Now the Steelers are in kind of a tough position here now. Saints have wrapped up the number 1 seed. They will not play an outdoor game for the rest of the year, Doug. They'll play their games at home in a dome, and if they go to the Super Bowl, the game is in a dome. So can the Saints go all the way, you think?
I've been saying it from the get-go. I think so, and I told you it's going to be, when they're in the dome is when they play their best. So, indoors for them is where they're most comfortable. The only good thing I love about the Saints is that they're playing in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, and the Super Bowl, if they make it, will be in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
I'd like to think that for the top performing dealerships across the country, maybe some complimentary tickets may be sent your way, Doug, for all the hard work that you and the guys are doing over there,
We shall see if they come through or not.
I would hope so. I would certainly hope so. The game on Sunday night, Seattle clinching a playoff spot with a win over Kansas City, and a really, really fun game to watch. And on Monday, Christmas Eve, maybe the last game that the Raiders will play in Oakland. It's hard to believe, but they went out with a win, 27-14 over the Denver Broncos. Doug, there's talk of the Raiders either playing in San Francisco where the Giants play, or the new stadium where the 49ers play. I even heard one theory that the Oakland Raiders would play in London next year. Is that possible, to have a pro football team play a full season in London? I guess you could do it if you had to, right?
You could. I don't think that would happen, but they're building that stadium for them in L.A. My gut feeling is they would probably let them play in Candlestick Park.
Yeah, we'll see if that's going to be the case. But the city of Oakland now says, well, it's now that you're leaving and breaking your lease early, we're suing you for all the money that you're costing us. So, and by the way, go play your games somewhere else next year. So kind of an unfortunate thing. Great fans there. I mean, good times, bad times. Those fans, they paint their face in the silver and black and come out and cheer for that team, and it's always been a tough place to play for the visiting team, but kind of the end of an era there for Oakland. But that's our Week 16 recap. Again, Doug with 12 out of 16, myself out of 11 out of 16, and Doug with a very comfortable 13-game lead with 1 week left to go in the regular season. So, again, we're playing for this terrific remote control car. I'm going to post some videos where you could take a look at that, and our regular season winner is going to score that. And, of course, dinner or lunch courtesy of, well, it looks like me now, since I'm behind by so many points, but we'll get that set up, of course, after the regular season. Doug Wells, tomorrow we'll do it at our regular time of 8:30, and we'll preview the final week of the season, Week 17, and things at the dealership. You guys are open regular hours. People can go by and talk to some of the people over there, right?
Yeah, regular hours open up. We're even open on New Year's Eve.
Nice.
But this is our busiest week. If you're looking for getting a great brand new or pre-loved car, this is the time to do it. Come on down.
This is it. Make it happen, just like Doug says. Doug Wells, Catena, Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Thanks again, and we'll talk tomorrow and preview Week 17. All right?
You got. Thank you.